Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. Strip that ball. Hit it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sellers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 1st and 10. Sellers, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Check it back. Hey, D6. Ready?
On 1st down, Sellers looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Come on, set, 8, read. 50. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Watch the safety crease. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 3, 218, jump. Let's hit it.
Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Bravo. Go. Now.
On 3rd down, Sellers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing on first down. Sellers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Sellers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw. Sellers over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Sellers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running right, Jones. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down. Sellers looking deep for Adams. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 7-7, our score after 1.
60 Pittsburgh.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubly believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
On the go. 50's a mark. 50's a mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wide. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down, 15, line it, 15 line. Hurry, hurry. Big grip, big grip.
Here's Lindsey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. It's caught. Nelson. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Sellers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Sellers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now their last two drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Set. 60 or. Blue drop. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, I got 83. We got this, fellas. Come on. 24 is the number 1.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sellers looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alpha. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
From the gun, Sellers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22. On 1st and 10, Sellers. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Off the play fake, Sellers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Operating from the gun. Sellers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos going to use the second. Their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Clock throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second and 13. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And a Packer first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And they try to sweep the Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sellers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Go. 47 to Mike, 47 to Mike.
From the gun, Sellers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
On first down, Sellers escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
Go out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Sellers got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Looking to throw. Sellers over the middle, complete. It's Newton. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Sellers. Jones has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go one more. He's crashing. Deep rip.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Sellers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. Cut. Check 52. Rush in.
On 3rd down, Sellers is going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown. Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. Come on, and the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
6-6, pull it high.
Block now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Peterson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play. And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He completes it to Nelson. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
64, weak.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, Delta.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I don't even know why this team showed up. 47's a Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47. Come on, D. Deep river.
Operating from the gun. Sellers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locked. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So it's all over. A Green Bay